Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PYP Boxing. We have a special guest with us today, Albert Vasquez from South Texas Boxing News. Triple threat, just like LeBron, man. Triple threat, photography, reporting, and writing, man. Great individual, good boxing knowledge. Albert, we had a great weekend of fighting, man. Four big title matches in Saudi Arabia. Thank you for
Mhm.
joining us. Thank you for helping us break these down. We had a big card, and we had Abdullah Mason win, Bam Rodriguez won, Mason won, and Benavidez all left Saudi Arabia with titles, or if not new titles, in
Mhm.
Mason's, um, fight there. So, in Riyadh, let's start with Abdullah Mason, man. He had a good fight against Noakes.
Mhm.
And listen, man, I don't know why he made it so difficult. I really think he could have beat him a lot easier if he didn't get out of his game. I think Noakes got him out of his game, and maybe that's why he struggled to get this guy out. I think a calmer Abdullah Mason would have probably got him out earlier, but he ended up in a firefight. What'd you think of that one?
Noakes. Well, he came to. He didn't come for a check. He came to win. He came to win. I think he displayed that for 12 rounds. I feel like this is a great test for Abdullah Mason. I think he's just gonna get better with this type of experience. What I was thinking about that night was Miguel Cotto back in his heyday when he was coming up and he had wars with Chop Chop Corley, Ricardo Torres, just to get him just to get him ready for that bigger fight, that bigger moment. And I feel like even though Mason did take a little bit of punishment and he did struggle just a little bit, I think that's just going to be experience that's going to help him going forward in his career.
Yeah, man. What would you grade him? I've seen a lot of his fights. I've interviewed the kid, man.
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of his fights live. Honestly, I give him a B minus performance on this, only because he won the title and the magnitude of the fight. But if it wasn't for a title, I would have given him a C. What do you give him?
I mean, I think I'd give him like an A. I think so because I mean, this was the biggest platform in his career, and he was gonna fight in a different time zone. I think he fought like at 3 in the morning over there in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And so all those things are out of his element. But I mean, the majority of the fighters that we have spoken to don't really come up with excuses. We're the ones saying it for them. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, you've seen him fight, and if it wasn't for a title, but nonetheless, I mean, I thought he had a great performance under some adversity, and like I said, it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Jesse Bam Rodriguez also fought
Mhm.
that night. I believe he won by knockout. Was it knockout or TKO?
I think it was a knockout.
Yeah, did
If
his
I'm
thing,
mistaken.
man. He made it look easy. Bam is
Mhm.
my pound for pound boxer. I think he's pound for pound tops. I really do, man. Nobody dominates his division like the way he does.
Mhm.
Outstanding performance again, man. Footwork, awesome angles. He was smiling a little bit, Albert. Bam was smiling a little bit
Mhm.
when he saw that counter. He saw what was coming, and he knew he had that right hand to drop Puma. And it was beautiful to see, man. And it was beautiful to see that he knew what was going to happen, and he was already smiling, man. What do you think
Mhm.
about his performance? I give him A's all around. Dominated another champion, man. After dominating Cafu, that's why I put him pound for pound number one. What do
Mhm.
you grade him? I give him an A.
I mean, it's hard not to give him an A plus plus plus. I mean, what the performance that he did and the stuff leading up to the fight, Puma was trying to, I guess just show him up a little bit in the pressers, talk smack to him, and you could tell Bam's not really about that. He's more of he just wants to get in there and throw punches, and that's exactly what he did. I think I put this on one of my Snapchats. I put physical pain sometimes will overpower mind games, and I think or trash talk, and that's exactly what Bam did. It was amazing to see how he did that. Was it like a pivot? A pivot? he pivoted and then he threw that left hand. I mean, you could tell they do that a lot in their mid work, a lot in sparring. That's something that him and Robert Garcia came up with, and it was just amazing to see how he did it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
And what was the grade? I'm sorry.
A plus plus plus.
A plus
It's hard
plus
not.
plus
It's
plus.
not
Yeah.
hard. It's hard not to give it to him like that. You know.
Yeah, man. And listen, man, moving on to Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. I think that was the most anticipated fight
Hmm.
of the night, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. I was anticipating the first three fights over the Benavidez. Not that I didn't want to see the Benavidez, but I was just anticipating the Brian Norman Haney more than all of them, man. I'm a
Yeah.
big Bam guy, so I wanted to see that as well. But
Hmm.
in saying that, man, Haney is the new welterweight champion, beating Brian Norman, even knocking him down once. So
Hmm.
we can't say he doesn't got power at 147. He's got power enough to knock down a big champion. He didn't finish him. I was talking to Vlad Panin, a contender in the 147 division. We were
Hmm.
going back and forth, and he said, "Hey, Haney did a great job. He did his thing." But a real powerful guy would have stopped him, and he didn't stop him. That's all he had to say. He didn't stop him, but he did his job. He won the championship. I give him an A, man. I give him an A because, listen, he won the third division. Not a lot of people have done that. In my opinion, he solidified himself as a Hall of Famer, winning this third division. So I give him an A, all around great performance. He doesn't have to knock people out. He showed enough. I'm happy with his performance, and I look forward to hopefully seeing him and Ryan Garcia in the future if Ryan takes care of business. Anyway, that'll be another discussion later. What do you think about Haney's performance, man?
I was It was another great performance. Like you said, much anticipated fight. I don't really watch the face-offs anymore. I mean, I used to watch the face-offs back when it was on HBO pay-per-view, but this face-off I watched at least twice, and the trash talk just brought much anticipation to the night. I mean, Brian Norman coming off one of the knockouts of the year. So one of the thing was that Haney was gonna box, Norman was gonna punch, he was gonna try to find him, and Haney caught him early. He came forward and he caught him with that overhand right that staggered him, and
Mhm.
Haney showed that he can show at times when he can come forward. He can come forward and he can make it a punch. I mean, a fight, excuse me. And then yeah, toward the end, like the last few rounds, we saw Norman. He started to have success of his own. You know what I mean? I think even Ryan Garcia, you mentioned Ryan Garcia. I think he said it in a tweet. He goes, Devin Haney will win. And he
Yeah.
called it. So, yeah, I mean, great performance by Devin Haney. I guess if you want to put it a great an A for becoming a two division champion.
Three, three,
Three, it's correct. Yeah, sir.
three. Yeah, yeah.
30,
Remember,
yeah,
he was
35, 40,
135.
47. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you're right.
Hey, man, Haney, dude. Coming back to the Haney of old, the Haney who beat Loma, the
Mhm.
Haney who beat Regis. This guy could have maybe like comeback fighter of the year or something, man. Although a lot of people don't agree with me that he beat Loma, but at least he's at that level of the guy who competed with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but he has that ticket now. He has that belt to
Yeah.
unify with somebody at 147. So it's gonna be a lucrative fight to whomever he chooses to fight next. Him and his father, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Mhm.
Albert had his way, man, who would you want to see him fight next at welterweight?
Fantasy boxing, like we've talked about on the side.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think we want to see the rematch with Brian Garcia if he takes care of business with, I believe, Mario Barrios, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. If he,
Mhm.
if, like you said, because boxing is the theater of the unexpected, like Larry Merchant used to say, if he were to get through Mario Barrios, of course, why wouldn't we want to see that fight again?
Yeah. There's a lot of options, man. The Ring Magazine welterweight championship is vacant too. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, a lot of options for Haney, but he's back on the right track, man. Let's talk
Right.
about the main event. David Benavidez bests Anthony Yarde, beats him
Hmm.
easy.
Hmm.
What a performance, man. I am
Right.
convinced after this that David Benavidez is the best light heavyweight out there, considering Beterbiev's age and considering Bival's back problems, surgery, whatever he's having. I think David Benavidez has done enough, especially with the dominating performance he had over Anthony Yarde, the power, the speed, everything,
Mhm.
man, the tricks, the way he moves people's guards, everything, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I do believe he is the man at light heavyweight. Let me ask you that. Do you think he's the man, or does he have to be the old man, better Aviv, or the get crippled Bevo? Shouldn't this
Wow.
be? Shouldn't this be?
um Well, I don't know what you. I mean, you want to give him a bunch of names. We can call him the Boogeyman. We could call him La Bandera Roja. We can call him the Monster. I don't know what name not to give him because he's just a locomotive, man, that just runs right through all his opponents.
Yeah,
And to answer your question, man, I would like for him to fight the winner of. I want to see Better Beef and Bivol as a fan. I'm not a promoter or anything. As a fan, I would like to see them complete their trilogy. Whoever wins that trilogy, I would like for Benavidez to fight him. However, I'm probably taking some of your stuff right there. We're hearing that he might go to cruiserweight to fight Zurdo or something like that.
yeah. That's what the Golden Boy is calling out for, and
Hmm.
Oscar's pretty consistent for the shit that he calls out for.
Okay, okay. And one thing I saw a trainer say, well, nobody hit Benavidez. I think it's because Yard had a lot of respect for Benavidez' skill and power,
Yeah,
especially that jab that he has. We did see Yard hit him a couple of times, but Benavidez was able to walk through those shots and able to finish him with his body shots. The pull down that he was doing from the gloves reminded me of Fernando Vargas back in his day, man, when he did it to Ike Corte, when he did it to Ross the Boss Thompson, when he would pull their, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm missing some more, but he would pull their glove and he would start hitting them. That's what it reminded me when I saw Benavidez do it to Yard on Saturday, this past Saturday.
yeah, man. What what do you think was the problem for Yard, man? I mean, a lot of people thought that he could knock this guy out. A lot of people thought he had the speed. He gave old man Better Beef over there. We'll call him old man Better Beef.
Hmm.
Some problems back in the day.
Hmm.
A lot of people thought he was going to have success. Why wasn't he able to put his plan to work on Benavides?
For my personal estimation, I felt that he had more success with Better Beef because of the styles of the fighter. You know, Better Beef does have some great boxing, but he does like to brawl, which really benefits Yard in there. As opposed to Benavides, yeah, he'll brawl, but he also uses that long jab. You know, he has that long jab with those body shots, and I think that's what you saw. And also, you know, Yard is also 34 years old right now. I'm pretty sure that fight was at when he was 31, 32. You know,
Hmm.
so I mean, maybe that did play a factor a little bit, but nonetheless, it was just a fantastic performance from Bandera Roja.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Do you think he has to beat those guys though to be the man, or is he the man
Ah,
at light heavyweight?
I think he has to beat him, man. I think he has to beat it to be the man at 175 and to have all the championship belts at 175 to be the undisputed at 175.
And does he have to? I mean, like, does he? If he doesn't do it and he goes and he fights Zurdo, are you gonna
Mhm.
hold that against him?
I mean, no, because it sounds like he has options. You know what I mean? He has. I mean, even though there's been talks about the Ramirez fight. I mean, it sounds like he does have options. He can go up to 190, and let's just hypothetically, I'm gonna say it again, hypothetically say that he does win, and maybe he can come back down to 175 once the trilogy is over. So I think he does have options.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
He can come back down. They want at this, because he's made 168. He probably could, and he's the type of guy that's dedicated and crazy enough to try to make
Mm-hmm.
168 if he wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, maybe he should go and let's
Yes.
talk about that, man. Oscar de la Hoya is calling for it. A lot of people are saying this is an easy win for Benavides. Do you seriously think that his trainer Chow is not going to come up with a sick game plan for Benavides? Because man, Chow. I just hold him at really, really high regards in a trainer. He has transformed
Mm-hmm.
Zurdo like you wouldn't believe, man. He is not the same guy that he was at 168.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically a technician, uh,
Yeah.
an artist, if you will, pinche Zurdo, man. So I really do believe if he can change a guy that much, that he's a great trainer, and he comes up with some great plans for his fighters, man. I think
Mhm.
that trainer in Zurdo is enough to at least compete and maybe even beat Benavidez. How do you see that one going if it does happen? But like I said, De La Hoya is very consistent with what he asks for.
Well, I mean, you know what Mike Tyson said about game plans. I'll let you fill in that blank. But it would be a great fight for Mexico. I think. I know he's half Mexican, half
Yeah,
Ecuadorian.
yeah,
So I mean, with that being said, man, it would be a great fight. I mean, I think the target date is in the Cinco de Mayo time or something like that. So I mean, I think it'd be a competitive fight because not only you throw in the trainer, right, but you also have to consider what they're fighting for. You know, bragging rights
yeah,
on that Mexican holiday. So it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's gonna be a war. I think if they were to fight, like I said, if
yeah, yeah, man. When do you think that Better Be Ball trilogy will seriously take place?
man, who knows, dude? Because that's like you said, Bivol's coming off his bad back, like you mentioned,
Back surgery. Yeah.
that back surgery. So I mean, backs are very tricky, man, especially in the field that I work in. Backs can. It just depends how the body responds. But he is. I mean, he's not. He's still young. He's an athlete, so hopefully he recovers soon. I'm gonna say June, bro. June, July.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see that, and then maybe,
Mhm.
you know, after beating Zurdo, Benavidez is gonna have more options. I bet you they'll start calling for him to become a heavyweight. I bet you.
Who's the one that said it? Someone said that I could see him fighting at heavyweight one day. Ah, man.
Many people have said it already. They were saying it on the program.
Somebody said it
Even
with Jim
somebody,
Lampley. Jim
yeah,
Lampley. He
Jim
said it.
Lampley
He's
say that.
yeah.
I
He said
see
it.
him beating a Usyk, man. I really do see him beating a Usyk.
Dang.
It's just that I just don't think heavyweights are that skilled. Like that's why Roy Jones went up there and beat Reese because he still had that middleweight speed, that light heavyweight speed, and Benavidez is fucking fast, man. I know these heavyweights look fast sometimes, like Ruiz, but Benavidez speed, lightweight speed, 168 speed up there, man, he's
Not
gonna.
that take. I mean, not taking anything away from Benavidez, but Usyk has a lot of skill. I mean, you don't become that Olympian for nothing. You don't
Yeah,
become that champion from cruiser to heavyweight for nothing. So,
yeah, he'd be better.
and
He'd be better if he like 5 times in the amateurs.
oh, there you go, there you go. So, oh,
Yeah,
Usyk, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Usyk.
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. So, I mean,
I remember somebody last year asked Better if he would love that rematch, and he just quickly shut it down. Said, "No, I'm a light heavyweight. I'm not a heavyweight."
there you go.
Yeah, but I truly think that Benavidez has what it takes to at least compete in the heavyweight division. I would love to see him fight Usyk. That would be freaking. That could be his legacy. People
Or
have
Andy
heard,
Ruiz.
or an Andy Ruiz, man.
Yeah.
Get a belt up there. To get a belt up there is, I would like that for him. But
Right.
coming back down, man, we got some great light heavyweight action coming up, man. It's gonna be fun in 2026 to see these guys and see how it all pans out.
Yeah.
Light heavyweights really don't have too much shine, but Benavidez is making that division really shine.
Right.
Really shine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for joining us, man. Really appreciate you last minute doing this for us. Once again, man, thank you guys very much. Go follow this gentleman on YouTube, South Texas Boxing News, and on Facebook, it is Longevity Boxing. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
man. Yeah, thank you guys very much. He does do write ups as well. Like I said, he is a triple threat, just like the Maverick Jason Kidd and LeBron. He's a writer, reporter, and a photographer, man. Anyway, man, thank you very much for being with us. And please, guys, remember, leave your comments. Let us know what you thought about these title fights on Saturday. And also, what do you think? How it's all going to pan out in the lightweight division. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Later.
Thanks, man. Let me end
All
the
right, man. No
record.
problem. All right, bro.
I'm gonna, yeah, I'm